Hello, welcome to July 10th, 2022. I'm Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation video. A video that I make every morning to remind myself of my life objectives and principles and to see how I did applying those to the challenges of yesterday and to prepare for today. Hey, I slept all the way to the alarm this morning. What a nice thing. I actually stayed up late. Yumiko and I were watching videos about Japan. In the housing, how people were doing stuff, DIY or DIY, and just all that kind of stuff. It was fun. We had a great day yesterday. So much fun. We did our house cleaning, and then we did our shopping, and we had nice lunch here with leftovers from yesterday, and Yumiko made a really nice dinner in the evening. Just such a fun day. I really liked it. Anyway, and I feel very well rested. I feel very good. Okay. No challenges really at all, yesterday at all. Okay, let's do Good Life. My 7 objectives are to 1, be always ready to die, to have my things settled and my relationships good and my life's work in order. 2, to make good and effective use of my time, to not be just letting my days slip between my fingers, but to be living every day, living well every day, living the good life. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. That's precisely what I'm doing now as I work on these. 4 is to cultivate good emotional reactions so that I'm reacting well to things. Boy, yesterday I was just sliding through the day. Just nothing could faze me. Really, I was on another level yesterday. Just as Yumiko and I went from one shopping thing to another, there was a guy that kind of cut me off on the street. Didn't bother me one bit. I just maneuvered, got out of his way, let him go in. And it wasn't an effort. I wasn't like trying to actively, force myself to just be mellow. I just was, and I didn't do anything. Just got my normal night's sleep. Yumiko and I eat a lot less. We've been intermittently fasting for weeks now, so I don't eat breakfast anymore. And I eat really well. The two of us do. We don't have junk anymore, and I feel good. Okay, so the next one is to recognize my true limits and my true opportunities. Did I forget to perform good actions? Yeah, I think I may have forgotten that one. To just do good things throughout the day. That was before that one. Then recognize true limits and true opportunities. And then lastly, to do just one thing at a time, and to do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. Okay, those are my objectives. My 30 principles now are: 1, the principle of war, to be always at war against what I think is true. 2, or what I have on offer, what's on offer to me, to accept as true as well. 2 is to the principle of reason and the sub-principles of honesty, objectivity, and doubt. Go slowly, Kurt. 3, the homunculus, the idea that I don't have a soul, but I do have a consciousness. 4, the Anchorhold, the place where my consciousness lives, right here in my head, like a rock, like being stuck on a rock in the sea with the waters churning and foaming and the tides rising and falling. I'm going in that water someday, but maybe not today. 3, the next one is the home of good and evil, the suggestion that right and wrong are just opinions that we hold in our head. Next is purpose. My 3 purpi are: 1, to be a good husband and father; 2, to be a virtuous human being; and 3, to pursue the mission of my book, Going Alone, which is to live the good life and to share the good life creed through this meditation that I do every day. Next is the atomic principle. Everything is made of little bits and pieces, including us. And then the principle of nature, Everything has some particular nature, including us. And then the pirate ride, free will isn't real. It's an illusion of sorts. We seem like we're making choices, but really we're just like a river flowing down the stream, jostled around by the curvature of the landscape or the contours of the landscape. The twists and turns that we make are a result of the guiding influence of the universe around us, which in itself is non-sentient, non-conscious. Just matter and motion, matter and energy, that is. Then comes maturity and the sub-principles of wisdom and fortitude. And then the social principle, we need each other. And then public speaking, a reminder to be careful about what I say and to never gossip. And then the Feast of Offal, which is to, is that right? No. Temperance is next. To be careful in my consumption, to consume less and less. And then the horror show, a reminder that life is a scary place, chock full of horror. And then that which must be borne, which is what we have to bear, is the fact of the horror show and the fact of whatever responsibilities we've onboarded in our lives. And then comes the Feast of Offal, which is that what we do when we throw our upset out into the world and get all upset and angry, and make other people consume that. And it's what we do when we consume the upset of others. Next comes distraction. We spend our lives distracting ourselves from the next principle, which is the great indifference, the great emptiness of the universe. And then comes the best seat in the house, to not want to be anyone else, be anywhere else, or be doing anything else, but to be okay with who I am, where I am, and what I'm doing. And then the Path of Wildness. It's easy to find. It's the course of a stream. It's leaves blown in the wind. It's a beast tracked through the brush. And the direction of our first inclination is that thing we do to move forward, to move from one life to another, one chapter within our lives to another chapter. And then comes the risk of avoiding risk. There's the surface level risk of life of the safe and sane, and then the deep risk of some adventure to find ourselves. It's tough to do both. And then sin and damnation. The 7 sins in my life are falsity, being untrue, credulity, being gullible, faith, allowing ourselves to believe something by virtue of just wanting to believe. Superstition, a category of nonsense belief. Authority, believing something because we're impressed by the office, argument, or carriage of someone who's making a statement, or proposing a truth. Dogma, believing something based on the weight of tradition. And then gossip, the nasty thing about talking about people behind their back. Do any of these things and we're damned in the here and now. Next comes complete oblivion. After death, there's nothing else. Just death. We'll never see our loved ones again. We'll never have a chance to reconcile any differences, and we'll never see justice served. Next is the great life adventure, one or more experiences that kind of forms the centerpiece of our lives. Then the season of philosophy, which is a time to record. And then the bullseye aim is a reminder that we try to hit the mark, the bullseye of the target, but we usually miss. And then the uphill climb, striving up, 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 not resting, not sitting on my butt all day. Always moving forward. Arena and utility. Life is this arena for the utilization, for the development and utilization of principles towards good principles towards objectives, worthwhile objectives. And then nothing is enough. A reminder beyond abstinence towards, beyond temperance towards abstinence and the benefits therein. And then lastly, the principle of fun, a reminder to have a good time along the way, and to remember to look forward to the future and remember the past, and smile, and happy for the good life that we've lived, remembering that the horror show is, if it's not here already, it's on its way. There, that's my good life creed. I did it. Now today I have another fun day in mind. Yeah, Yumiko and I are going to go down to, well, after I'm done with this, I get to read Johnson's London. I'm going to try to read it again. Yesterday I read Juvenal's third satire to help me understand London, and now I can try it again. I'm going to do that. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll open the windows. Well, I'll open the door downstairs for the dogs and put some food out for them, or maybe I'll put the food out later. And then I'll take them for a walk after that. And then Yumiko and I are going to go down and do some shopping in Irvine, and we're going to have lunch with Chris and Emily, and we're going to IKEA to get Emily's college. She's moving back into the college dorms. Going to go get her dorm stuff. I'm so excited for her. I really can't wait for her to be in there. She's got 2 years left of university, and she's going to be spending those 2 years well, it's not really a dorm. It's more like it's more like a sophomore, junior and senior, like apartment situation on campus. It's like a suite with four units, 4 rooms and sharing thing. I can't wait for her to start. It's going to be great. Take care. Have a good day. Be safe, but not too safe.